The stage, a very good friend of mine, Owen Middleton.
Hey, so been keeping up with the news lately, and there's some really fucked up things happening in this city. For a start, heard in the news tonight that some elderly couple got $4 million worth of ice mailed to them. Apparently, they just got this mailed to them and decided to call the police. That's first of all, whoever's delivering those drugs is not getting deliver this shit in the morning in person. Like the people on my street down pat so you don't get arrested. But also, it put in mind a conversation I had with a friend of mine who's convinced that global warming is a conspiracy, and that what's going to happen is all of a sudden in about 3 years an ice age is going to kick in. And once the ice age happens, we'll spend about 20 years in the cold, and then it'll all be good again. This is a person who also cries when it rains, so I'm not quite sure how he expects to fucking survive. But whatever. There's dumb shit like this happens all the time. We're about to get even more stupid though, obviously, because we've got a federal election coming up, which is great because we've got the fun of Prime Minister Abbott, Turnbull, whoever the fuck the dickhead is this week, running the place. No, it's great. We've got the option of a person we didn't vote for, or Captain Charisma. Now I'm sure Bill's got a charisma. I'm just not sure that he's actually understanding he has to present that to population. They're genius. These people. Like they want to get everybody on side. I'll demonstrate. Like they sent me this. This is a how to vote for. Which obviously, my being blind, this is really useful. Next time you're I'm just saying, if you're ever going through Southeast Asia again, Pradeepa, and you're needing some toilet paper, it's just yet more shit from our government. I was listening to the news, and they were trying to make. I was meant to be surprised that we've got racist and homophobic politicians. I was trying to feign shock, but it wasn't really working. And I think the issue is, like, they were talking about America, and apparently over there, when you do something wrong, your politicians get grilled. Now, I think this is what we're doing wrong. We just complain a lot. I think if more people got taken out and publicly cooked and then fed to the population, there would be a lot less shit. I think that's possibly how Trump got elected. They just learned, look, he's a much fatter person. When we eventually do take him out and lynch him, there'll be more eating for the populace. On top of that, it's also a matter of, you look at who you're electing and whose partner would you rather be eaten by, Hillary's or Donald's. I think Melania is probably going to get more people lining up to have her eat them than Bill. Let's be fucking obvious about this. This is a guy who. This is a guy who couldn't even commit to actually freaking inhaling when he did pot. So he's not But there's lots of dumb stuff like this in the news. Like we had these vegans on the news a few weeks ago who were. Look, I've done a lot of filming of stuff, and I understand stuff about audio and whatever. Just a word to the wise: if you're on a person's farm and you're filming everything for over 24 hours. And when they bring out the gun, you have to inform the audience that there's a gun being fired. They're far enough away from the camera that it's not a threat to you. Like, if this was like a porn movie and you had to tell the audience what was going on, you've not paid your actors very fucking well. Because that shit should be pretty obvious instantaneously. It's not very, but there's lots of stupid right now in the world. I don't quite understand how we've got to this level of stupid. Apart from obviously, the fact that we keep electing dumb cunts to run things. But apart from that, there's lots of levels of stupid, and I'll just leave you with my personal favourite bit of stupid in the last week, which is I encountered a person who was really surprised I was able to unlock my own front door with a key without assistance. And this is after I had a conversation about the Ice Age, so not overly shocked. But they went on to tell me they'd never met a blind person before, and that they had all these misapprehensions about what it was like to be a blind person living in this country. And amongst them was the possibility that we'd be afraid of the dark. Genius. And also that we'd all be professional singers. If can I just say as a closer, if Jordy can ever get Stevie Wonder to appear for what he pays me, then he's obviously got some secrets up his sleeves, because if I could actually make a living doing singing, I wouldn't be here. But either way, look, thank you very much for coming tonight and supporting this room, and thank you for all the comments as well.
Owen Middleton, everybody. Fun fact about Owen, when I first met him, we were at a gig, and I'm just going to try and get you back here, buddy.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I have noticed you've laid some doozies my way the last few gigs we've had. Fuck you to begin with. The first time I met Owen, it was before quite a big gig, and went up, said, "Hey, my name's Jordy." He goes, "Oh, I'm Owen," and he goes, "Oh, do you mind if I, touch your face and see who you are?" I was like, "Yep, fair enough. That's a thing." I said, "Dude, your hands are a bit wet. Are you nervous?" He goes, "Nah, I just took a piss." He's a nice guy to everyone else but me. He's a fucking asshole. Love your work, Owen.
Yeah. Why it goes one way.
Oh, I'd say, do you want an invite back? But after that thing about not being paid.
It's a great room, Jordan. Well done.
Oh, you're an asshole. I love you. If you're going to give it, make sure you can take it. That's the number one rule of giving people shit. I love it. I had something lined up as a segue for this, but I've got... Yeah, no, you just fucked me. That's it, you're banned. Please welcome a good buddy of mine. Oh, seriously. Please welcome my lovely Reardon.